Pancakes. Alright, what's up guys? It's Pancake Gaming here. And today, I have 5 interesting facts about Valve that you may have not known about before. So, why don't we just get into it? We're all familiar with the name Valve, right? Short, simple, to the point, and it's really easy to remember. But like many other companies, there were other names being considered for it as well. Back in 1996, Gabe Newell and Mike Harrington left their jobs at Microsoft to go make their own game company. They were working at Microsoft for 13 years and worked on the first 3 versions of Windows. Around the summer of 1996, a co-worker of theirs left Microsoft to go work at id Software to work on the next Quake game. By that time, Gabe Newell wanted to do something more. He wanted to expand. So, inspired by the decisions of the co-worker, him and Mike Harrington left Microsoft to go found their own game company. Some of the names that they considered for the new company were Fruit Fly Ensemble, Hollowbox, and Rhino Skull. Because, I mean, come on, you gotta say it like that. But they eventually settled on a much simpler name, Valve. They used their combined riches that they earned from Microsoft to make their first game we know as Half-Life. We're all familiar with the game Half-Life 2, right? Right? Please say yes. Don't leave me hanging here. But you're also probably all familiar with the faces as well. But did you know their faces are actually inspired by real-life people? Dr. Kleiner was based off an accountant that worked in the firm above Valve's offices. Father Gregory from Ravenholm was actually based off the father of one of the modelers. Cubbage was based off one of the team members' martial arts teachers. Barney's face of Valve's CEO. And Eli was actually based off a hobo that they found on the side of the street begging for money. Well, if you're wondering about Gordon Freeman, well, he's actually based off of 4 faces from 4 members of the Half-Life 2 team. They combined the faces of all 4 of those team members, and bam, they got the character model for Gordon Freeman. Not all Valve games get a chance to be released. Like a certain one. Back in 1996, Half-Life began development under the codename Quiver. But there was another game in development at Valve at the same time, and it was planned to be released sometime after Half-Life, and that game was called Prospero. As you can see from the screenshots right here, it was originally going to be a kind of third-person action-adventure exploring kind of game, but as it went further along in development, it became more of a massive multiplayer title because Half-Life was kind of consuming all the goals that it was going for. The game was to feature a full friend list, server browser, and a creation tool for users to create maps, and they could share them with people on the internet. A lot of features that we see in Steam today. Some features in Prospero were reworked and became into what we know as the Portal 2 puzzle creator today. We also know that the game was cancelled sometime between late 1997 and early 1998. There is in fact some more cancelled Valve games like Half-Life 2 Episode 4, Return to Ravenholm. The game was in development by Arcane Studios, the same people who would go on to make Dishonored, and it was supposed to take place between the events of Episode 2 and the at the time known Episode 3, and it probably would have been released after it as well. And it was cancelled because, well, you know why. Now that brings up the harsh fact that we're never gonna get Half-Life 3. Never. Might as well just give up, you know? Gabe, why'd you have to do this to me? And the final canceled game in this fact is going to be about Stars of Blood. This game was never officially announced, but when someone visited the Valve offices, a lot of concept art for the game was leaked at the time known as SOB. When Gabe Newell was asked about it by some Valve fans at his birthday celebration, he said that it was an internal project of theirs called Stars of Blood, and he described it as a pirate space game, and it never saw the light of day. Gabe Newell's fat. Twinkle, twinkle, Gabe Newell's star. During the development of Portal 2, the original concept of the game was going to be much different. The game was going to take place in the 1980s. It was going to be about a robot uprising at Aperture. The main antagonist of the game was going to be Cave Johnson instead of GLaDOS. But the biggest difference in the early version of Portal 2 was a new mechanic that they were using called F-stop. We don't really know how this mechanic worked and how you were going to use it to solve puzzles. All we really know is the name and this one screenshot that we have. This F-stop mechanic was removed because, guess what? People want to play a Portal game with portals. Not this dumb F-stop thing. So the mechanic was removed, and then we got the game we know today as Portal 2. So Valve was actually founded on the same exact day as the day Gabe Newell got married to his wife. As Gabe Newell was getting dressed ready to say his wedding vows, walk down the aisle and stuff, Mike was shoving papers under his pen to sign the LLC agreement, which would officially make Valve a company. He says it makes it easier to remember the anniversary of Valve and the anniversary of his wedding because they're on the same day. If he could remember the same day he got married and the same day Valve was created, he probably could remember to make fucking Half-Life 3! Relax. Calm myself down. Just keep telling yourself it'll come out eventually. It'll come out eventually. Just keep telling yourself that. Just keep telling yourself that, man. Jesus Christ, why do you have to do this to me, Gabe? No. So that's 5 interesting facts about Valve today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like it and subscribe, because that'd be really awesome if you did. Also, make sure to share this video with your friends so they can be informed on interesting Valve facts they may have not known about before. Hopefully, I can make more videos like this in the future. If you want to see more like this, make sure to write down in the comments below, and make sure to write what topic you want to see in the future. This has been Pancake Gaming, and I will see you guys in the next video, whatever it's gonna be. So, yeah. Bye!